Welcome to Lewis Field. This is Garrett Wellbrock, and the Hayes High Indians look to start out the 2021 season in the win column. The 2020 WAC champs do not have an easy task ahead, though, as they face off against the Wichita East Blue Aces. The Blue Aces finished last season 7-2 and made it all the way to the quarterfinals after losing to Wichita Northwest, who Hayes High plays in Week 8. Tonight will be the first meeting between Hayes and Wichita East as the Indians look to win the first battle between these two schools. Hayes has some key seniors returning, like Clemson commit Jaron Canick, Gavin Myers, Dalton Dale, and Carson Kiefer. This should be a fun one as we have the coin toss and kickoff next. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to the start of a brand new Hayes High season as the Indians lost the toss. The Blue Aces defer to the second half, so Hayes High will get the football to open up the new season. We don't know much about Wichita East. We did not get a roster till Thursday evening, as we do know Deontay Mitchell will be the starting quarterback for the Blue Aces. They also have a K-State commit, Toby Osunsami, on the defense. They are led by head coach Ennie Apkin, his fourth year with the Blue Aces. He's 15-12. This team made the quarterfinals a year ago and lost to Wichita Northwest. They played the closest game Northwest had until they lost in the championship last season. They lost 17-2 in that one. They have 11 returning seniors. They lost 18 starters, so it's a pretty brand new team, as you can tell. Kicking off will be number 44, Deshaun Davis, as he has it all teed up at the 45-yard line. Back deep for the Indians is Jaron Canick and Jordan Dale as they get a new football out for Davis. Beautiful night tonight for Week 1 football. 79 degrees. Is expected to rain in the next hour, but pretty beautiful here at Lewis Field as Coach Ackman for the Blue Aces is on the field, and it looked like Davis had it teed up at the 45, did not know that he had to tee it up at the 40-yard line. Well, Hayes High, a lot of expectations. The WAC champs a year ago. They started the season 5-0, but ended on 3 losses and lost in the first round to Maize South. 5-3 was that final record, losing on this field in Week 8. This is the first matchup between these two teams as Deshaun Davis has it all teed up. And we are underway. End over end kick. It's a short one. It will be taken by Dalton Dale, the 22, angling the far side up to the 30, and he's pushed out of bounds right around the 33-yard line, and that is where Hayes High will start. So starting at their own 33-yard line, 34-yard line is where they're going to mark it. On the left hash, and it will be a new look at quarterback this season, Jaron Canick. He committed to Clemson this summer, and Dylan Dreiling, the quarterback for the last 2 years, did not go out as Canick, as Malik Baud was writing an early penalty, and it is on Wichita East. They jumped early on the snap count. It looks like it was Jalius Segura, the freshman. Excuse me, George Rogers, the freshman. So 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Canick, he will keep it on the fake. He's up to the 40, and he's upended right at around the 41, a short gain. He was tackled by Cash McCrary. It'll bring up a second down and 3. So Hayes High going from our left to right. Jaron Canick getting his first carry of the season for 3 yards. Second down and 2. It'll be a quick pass to the left. It is going to be incomplete. It hit the ground looking for Jordan Dale. There is no Roy Maroney today. He was sick all this week, so he is out. It'll bring up a third down and 2. So Malik Baugh will be the running back tonight for the Indians. First penalty of the game, though, goes to the Blue Aces. Here's Canick. He's going to fake it. Now he's got it. He's across the 45, 50. He breaks free. He's to the 40, open field. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Indians. On the third play of the game, Jaron Canick takes it from 58 yards out for a early score. 11-11 left here in the first quarter, and Indians are already up 6-0. Not a bad start for the Hayes High Indians, as it is a 58-yard quarterback keeper from Jaron Canick. We'll see a lot of running today. Jaron obviously not a quarterback. He's kind of a receiver playing the quarterback position, as Jack Fields has the extra point all teed up. The kick is up, and he drills it. It is 7-0 Indians in under a minute. It took them 54 seconds to get their first score of the game. It's 7-0 Hayes High. As we'll get right back to you with the kickoff coming up. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to Lewis Field. A pretty quick drive for the Indians. It was a 58-yard touchdown run by Jaron Kanik in a 66-yard drive. I mean, nothing else you could ever ask for on the opening drive of a season. It took 3 plays to get on the board, and now Jack Fields will have it all teed up for the Indians as their first look at defense. As Fields with it all teed up at the 40. Not much wind tonight, so no issues really in the kicking game, as Jack Fields last season did not have a single touchback. He has it all teed up, and it is end over end. It will be returned at around the 10, taking to the 15 to the 20, 25, 30, breaking a tackle, 30, angling to this near side, 40, 45, 50, and Jack Fields saves a touchdown with a big-time tackle. It was Rayvel Leak on the return into Hayes High territory at the 48-yard line. 47 might be where they mark it. We'll see. Jack Fields saves a touchdown with his first career tackle right there. And he's got to feel pumped up about that one, but great field position for Wichita East starting at the Hayes High 47-yard line. It will be Deontay Mitchell, the 6'1" quarterback, the sophomore, 198 pounds. He's in an empty backfield. They do not run the ball on. That is one thing. They did not list a running back on the roster. He throws it quick outright to Stan Differ. It's caught. He's across the 40, running and dragging defenders all the way down to about the 32-yard line for a gain of 15. So Deontay Mitchell's first pass is caught. And they still go with that 5 wide out. It was a catch for Stan Differ, 5 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throws it. It's a quick out to Stan Differ again. He's up to the 45, and he's going to lose yardage where he's tackled by 4 Indians. Connor drowning the first one there, and he loses 3 back to the 35-yard line. So another quick out route, but it was really nothing there. That time, it's Stan Differ, Stan Differ, we don't know. There's not much we're told about this team. Pretty much just going off a roster that we were given last night at around 6 p.m. as here is Mitchell. It's going to be a play action, quick pass to the left side to Patterson. It is breaking tackles across the 25 down to the 24. Sequoia Patterson on the catch, the 5'7" senior, and he's got a gain of about 10 yards. Mark it 11 yards to bring up a 3rd down and 2.
It's 3rd down.
Here's a big 3rd down and 2. Gonna keep it is Mitchell. He's across the 25. He slips at the 20, and he's breaking tackles all the way down to the 16-yard line. He gains 7 on the carry. And it will bring up a 1st down. Is the first run of the game by Deontay Mitchell. So the first down of the ball game for the Blue Aces as well. As they're marked up at the 16-yard line. Mitchell in the backfield. He's got Ashton White to his right. It is going to be another keeper, Dalton Dale in the backfield. He breaks it free, and then he fumbles the football in the backfield, and it is still loose. It is landed on by Hayes High, but it looks like they're going to say he was down. They kept the play, but the head ref, the Whitecap, marked him down at the 25-yard line. Dalton Dale on the tackle. It looks like a running back they are going with Josh Klein, a 6'4", 160, marked as a wide receiver playing running back, but he's also at wide receiver too. It was a loss of 9 on that run, and now they do some motion. 2nd down and 19, ball back at the 24-yard line. And now we might see a early timeout, and we will. It is a timeout for Wichita East as the Blue Aces use their first here in the half with 8:39 to go, first quarter. We will go to a break here. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to Hayes High football. Ball at the 25 on the right hash, a 2nd down and 19. Coming up for the Blue Aces. They're in a bunch set with 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. All by himself is Deontay Mitchell. He snaps it. It's a quick out route to the LT Robinson, the receiver, getting the outside. He's the 20. He's pushed out of bounds. Right at around the 17th flag was thrown. It looks like it might be a holding coming back. Might be on Ashton White. As Connor Dreiling pointing, it looked like he might have been the one to get held. It was another screen pass to the outside. They've ran a few of those up to this point. They don't run the ball a lot. Really, their running game is their quarterback, Deontay Mitchell, with 600 yards for 9 touchdowns a year ago. Their running back, who they had, Jamarian Nelson, in the past years, was a Wichita East, had played for 3 years, and until his senior season, he transferred to Wichita West, so he is not on the roster anymore. It is a 10-yard penalty back to the 34-yard line. The second Blue Ace penalty of the ball game, and now they're going to throw it. Here's Mitchell looking now. He wants to scramble. He's running to the outside, getting chased by Myers. Now throws. He's got a man open at the 20, breaking a tackle, going backwards actually. The 23 brought down by Ty Adams. It was caught by Sequoia Patterson up to the 23-yard line. It is a gain of 11. It'll bring up another 3rd down. Another 3rd down coming up for the Blue Aces as they bring on some substitutions. The Indians looking for a big 3rd down stop here, but it could be 4-down territory. We don't know how good their kicking game is. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. As here is Mitchell with 3 on the play clock, 2. He just gets it off. Blitz coming, gone to the edge, and he is going to go down. He is sacked way in the backfield by Aiden Ballman, the 220-pound senior. He got back to the backfield all the way back to around the 30-yard line. It is a loss of 7 on the sack. The 2nd sack now for the Indians. And it'll bring up a 4th down and very long. 4th down and 25. They're going to leave the offense out on the field. Deontay Mitchell with a running back to his left in Josh Klein. 3 receivers bunched up to the left, 1 to the right. 3 men lined up for the Indians on the ball. They're going to bring a 3-man rush. Mitchell has plenty of time. He steps up. He rolls out. He throws it to the end zone, and it is overthrown. Ty Adams in coverage. He was looking for Marcus White on the far sideline, and it's an incomplete pass, and the Indians will take over right at the 30-yard line with 6:44 to go here in the first quarter. The first incompletion of the ball game. Deontay Mitchell now 5 of 6. Hayes High will start from their own 30-yard line, and, well, their last drive was very successful, you could say, as they went 3 plays for a touchdown. Here is Kanik. It's going to be a read option. He's going to keep it. He's to the 30. He's dragging defenders up to the 36-yard line where he was dragged down by Toby Osunsami. He is the K-State commit that we were talking about earlier. It's a gain of 6 to bring up a 2nd down and 4. So Jaron Kanik already with the 68 rushing yards so far. 69 rushing yards. And here's Kanik. He will hand it off to Ball, his first varsity carry, and he's going to get about a yard or so to the 37. That's what they're going to give him. So Malik Ball with his first varsity carry. It was Toby Osunsami on the tackle. As here's Kanik, and more Wichita East penalties. They jumped again. It looked like it was Tyson Irvin, a defensive lineman, and there was another man as well who jumped in Deshaun Davis. So both of them jump off sides, and it will be a 1st down for Hayes High up to the 42. So the 2nd penalty now, 2nd offside penalty for the Aces, their 3rd penalty in general. Here's Kanik with Baugh to his left. It's going to be a give to Ball, getting to the outside. He's at the 40. He's ankle tackled right around the 43, and flags all over the place. It was Cash McCrary on the tackle, a 5'10 senior defensive back, and this looks like it's going to come back for Hayes High's first penalty on a holding call. Still waiting on the call here as the referees discuss, and it will be a holding call. They're going to decline it to bring up a 3rd down and 9. A surprising move right there. 3rd down and 9. Here at the 43-yard line. As the Indians look over to the sideline to get a play call, and what do we have here? Whistle's blown. As you can hear the Blue Aces coaches yelling at their defense, trying to get some late subs on, as there is a discussion right along the line of scrimmage with all 4 referees, and now the 5th one comes in. I think they're trying to see what down it is. I believe it's 2nd down. They have it as 3rd down, though. And that's where it's surprising that they declined the penalty, because it was 1st down on the run to Baugh for 1 yard. And that's what they're doing. They're going to say 2nd down, but now you wonder, they're going to take the penalty now. So some confusion. The Blue Aces wanted the 3rd down and 9 from the 43, but the down marker was wrong. It said it was 2nd down, or excuse me, it said it was 3rd down when it was actually 2nd, and now they're going to take the penalty, move them all the way back to the 33-yard line for Hayes High's first penalty, a 10-yard holding. So it'll bring up 1st down and 19 from the 33-yard line. It's going to be Kanik. His 2nd throw, he throws a little in route to Baugh. He breaks 1 tackle, but he's not going to break 2, as it was Demetrius Manuel, the linebacker, 6-foot junior, who got there in a hurry, and that one is going to be a loss of 4. Back to the 29-yard line. So Jaron Kanik's 2 passes so far have not gone too well. We knew they're going to be a running type team this season with, Kanik not being a quarterback. He played quarterback 1 time. It was May South a year ago. He went 5 of 6, 91 yards, a touchdown, but he ran for 300 yards, or not quite 300. There's a give to Kanik, and he's going to run it to about the 33-yard line. Keeps it up to the 33-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. To the 33, excuse me. So he gains the 4 back that they had. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 19. They got to get all the way down to the 48-yard line in Wichita East territory. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Kanik to throw it here. And now he's getting blitzed, and he's going to get sacked all the way back to the 27-yard line. It is Cohen Richardson, the 5'6 freshman, who got all the way in the backfield and gets the sack. It's a loss of 5 back to the 28-yard line, and here comes Carson Kiefer, 2nd team all-punter. So the sack is a loss of 5. And it'll be Kiefer's first punt of the 2021 season. Kiefer last year had as longest of 59 inside the 20. A low snap, he scoops it up, and this one is up towards the sideline. Not a very good one. Still going towards the sideline is the referee. It'll be still walking down that sideline. And the Blue Aces will take it right at midfield. It is a 21-yard punt, and the Blue Aces will have the football. And it'll bring up their throwing offense once again. So Hayes High's 2nd drive of the ball game does not quite turn out to what they wanted, and now the Blue Aces will start right at the 50-yard line. Here is Deontay Mitchell. He's got a man to his left. That is Josh Klein. Here is the give to Klein, running to his right. He's going to try and angle to the sidelines, the 50, the 45, 40. He runs over a man at the 35, and he's down to the 32-yard line. It's a run of 18 yards. And now a penalty marker is on the play. And this one might be coming back, and it is. That is now the second penalty on the offense for the Blue Aces. They have 2 on defense. 4th of the game. And it will put them all the way back to the 41 to bring up a second down and 19. Excuse me, a first down and 19. From the 41-yard line, a 9-yard penalty on the holding. As they bring in some substitutions, doing an old school type huddle back at around the 35-yard line. And it will be Mitchell with Klein to his left. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Mitchell's already 4 of 5 so far today. He gets the snap. Now he's going to quarterback keeper, getting chased by Spray. Breaks out of that tackle, running towards the sideline, and he's hit right at around the 35-yard line. I'll mark him at the 36. Excuse me, 46. It's a gain of 5. Back to the 46-yard line. It'll bring up a second down and 14. Mitchell with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the Blue Aces. Mitchell with Klein to his left. On the left hash ball at the 46, calling out some adjustments. And he snaps it. Blitz coming. He's getting scrambling away, chasing. Penalty flags are on the field. And Mitchell is running for his life. Now he wants to throw it, and he's going to get sacked all the way back at the 38-yard line, 39. And Iden Ballman staring down Mitchell as he got blasted right at the 39-yard line. There is flags on the play. It'll be a loss of 7. And it's holding. We'll see what the Indians do. You'd probably want to decline it. And they will. They'll decline the penalty.
Penalty is declined by the Indians.
So a loss of 7, and Mitchell now with negative 11 rushing yards so far tonight. Well, the Indians have brought that blitz. Iden Ballman has 2 sacks already. A beautiful sight to see. Iden Ballman getting his first varsity playing time.
Timeout, Blue Aces.
And we will have a timeout by Wichita East, their second use of the half. 2:37 to go, first quarter. Hayes High leading the Blue Aces 7-0. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to Hayes High Football. Iden Ballman picks up his second sack of the night, and it was a big-time hit on Deontay Mitchell, the quarterback for the Blue Aces, and he got lit up so hard. He is not on the field right now. They have the backup quarterback, number 13, Ravel Leak. He's also listed as a running back, or excuse me, now he's going to come off the field, and it is player that we do not have. It's number 88. He is going to throw it. It's running for his life. Now he wants to step up. He lobs a rainbow into the air, and it's intercepted at the 33-yard line by Remy Stoll. He's tackled right away by Marcus White. So the unnamed quarterback that we don't know came in for one play and throws an interception. It'll be Hayes High Football at their own 35-yard line. So not the best way to start your season off as a quarterback, throw an interception, but Hayes High will take it. It is a Remy Stoll big-time interception right there. And here come the Indians from their own 35-yard line. So Kanik, 3 receivers to the left, none to the right. He's got Malik Baugh to his left. It's going to be a little speed option play. Kanik, the keeper, running it left. He angles it towards the sideline at the 40, and he is going to get dragged right at around the 42. Gain of 7 on the play. To the mark him at the 43. It'll be a gain of 8. Kanik so far rushing well. 6 rushes for 74 yards. Ball placed at the 43. 76 yards. 2nd down and 2 from the 43-yard line. Same formation. It's going to be a quick pass to Jordan Dale, and he drops it. Incomplete pass. Trying to do a screen route on the far sideline. Should be on the near sideline to Jordan Dale, and it is incomplete. Ball on the left hash. 43-yard line as Jaron Kanik and the offense looks on to the sideline as the coaches give the play call. First meeting between these two teams, as we've said, Hayes has played all the Wichita schools, or the City League schools, except Northwest. They'll play Northwest for the first time in Week 8. And them, as it's a keeper by Kanik. He's across the 45. He's got the first down, still chugging away, and a penalty flag comes down late. He got to about the 49 and a reach in Blue Aces territory, but we'll see what the marker is. It was a late flag. Jaron was basically almost down when it got thrown.
Holding against the Indians.
And it will be a holding call against Hayes High. One thing in high school football, it's holding, or in football, it's holding from the spot of the foul, so this will not be a 10-yard penalty. It's only back to the 39, which is a loss of 4. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for Hayes High from their own 39. Going from left to right, 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. Hayes on their opening drive got a 68-yard touchdown from Jaron Kanik. And this one will be a play-action play. Throwing it. It's a screen route. Caught by Ball. Angling to this near side. He breaks a tackle with a 45. He's across midfield. He's got the first down. Out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. It is a gain of 11 and the first completed pass for Hayes High. Excuse me, the second completed pass for Hayes High. The first one that goes forward will be a gain of 11.
11 yards. Gain on the play. Good for the Indians. First down.
Up to midfield, and here is Kanik in the pistol set. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. It's a handoff to Baugh, and this one is going to go nowhere. It is destroyed. Wright got through the line. It was about 4 Blue Aces to get there. It is a loss of 3 back to the 47.
Number 30, Demetrius Manuel. Loss of 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 13.
So Malik Baugh loses 3. Bring up a 2nd down and 13. Ball at the 47-yard line. Right on the Tiger head here at Lewis Field, and penalty markers as we'll see what it is. Is this another offsides? No, this one's going to be a false start on Hayes High.
False start.
It'll be Hayes High's 3rd penalty now of the ball game on offense. And 3rd penalty in general. Ball will be placed back down to the 42-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 18. Ball at the 42. 1 receiver to the left, it's Jordan Dale. 2 to the right, Kiefer and Kyrie Scrowan. And this snap, and there's another penalty. Another false start, as it looked like almost the whole offensive line moved.
False start against the Indians.
Center Carson Russell did not snap the ball, and it's another false start. A 4th penalty now, and the 2nd here on the drive. All the way back to the 37 now. The first down is at the 40 in Blue Aces territory. So 2nd down and 23 now for Hayes High. 3 receivers to the right, none to the left. Salmons is lined up at tight end. And a snap count as they look over to the sideline. And they might, no, they cannot hold it to the end of the quarter. 5 on the play clock. It's going to be a pass. Canick throws it, and it is intercepted at midfield by number 16, Kawan Washington, the 5-foot senior, gets an interception at the 49-yard line. It was a play-action pass. Canick threw it, and nobody was looking. And the first Hayes High turnover of the season is an interception. So Deontay Mitchell will go back on the field here at the 49-yard line in this Blue Aces offense. It will be a kind of a misplay. Mitchell stiff-arming a man. Now he wants to throw it, but there's no receiver out there, and he'll throw it away. And penalty markers here on the near side. And that will be the end of the first. We'll see what the penalty is. So there is a penalty marker on the play. We'll see what it is. As the officials discuss it, the penalty will be declined, but there is intentional grounding. So the first penalty on the near side was, I couldn't tell what it was, but they declined it, and they took the intentional grounding, so there were two penalties on the play, but that will take us to the end of the quarter. We will head to the second quarter after this. Hayes High leads the Blue Aces of Wichita East 7-0. Welcome back to Hayes High football as the Indians leading Wichita East 7-0 here in week one, as the intentional grounding penalty right before the end of the quarter resulted in a incompletion and a loss of down. So second, and they put him back to the 44, so about 17. Second down and 17 from the 44. East will start going from their left to right. Here is Mitchell. He wants to step up and throw one, and he's going to get sacked again. Now he gets rid of it. Oh, he was getting dragged down, and now penalty markers, and they might call this either roughing the passer or intentional grounding, but it's looking like it might be grounding. Dalton Dale and Gavin Myers were there. Iden Ballman was also, excuse me, no, it was not Iden Ballman. It was Grayson Walburn who was there on the sack, but they could not get Mitchell. Slipped out, and it's another grounding against the Blue Aces. It'll be a loss of down and a loss of 5 yards. So third down, and it will be at the... Where are they marking him? At the 35. So it is a penalty of 8 yards, and now it will be Mitchell with 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Indians bring 4. Mitchell is hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. It went right off his lineman's back, and it is incomplete, and it will bring on the kicking unit at the 35-yard line. So an incomplete pass. Mitchell now 4 of 7. He completed his first 4, but he has now missed on his last 3. And the Indians, they're getting pressure there. And it is They have hit Mitchell a few times, already sacked him twice. Forced a pick on the backup, he was hit on one of them sacks and was taken out. It is a 4th and 26, and the punter, who is the kicker listed, Deshaun Davis. It is not Deshaun Davis. He was on defense, and they are definitely different as he punts a line drive. It will go out of bounds at the 28. Canick lets it roll in Hayes High territory. It's a 37-yard punt by the no-name punter, and it is Hayes High football at their own 28-yard line. 11:36 to go here in the first quarter. Hayes High up 7-0. So here comes that Indian offense right back onto the field. As 3 receivers to the left, none to the right. Ball on the left hash. Canick, he's going to keep it. Running to the right, trying to angle to the sideline. He does get to the sideline, but he's just tripped up by Michael Richardson.
Tripped up by number 21. Cale Richardson.
At the 32-yard line. It is a gain of 4.
Gain of 4 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 6 Indians.
2nd down and 6 for the Indians. If Canick gets to the edge and gets the sideline, does not get ankle tackled, he might have had a very long gain. With his speed, who knows? It is another keeper on the read option. He gets to the left side. There's nobody on that side. He's got lots of green. He's to the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Makes a man miss the 25, and he's taken down to the 21. A touchdown saving tackle by Trevon Manuel Atkinson. And Kewan Washington on the tackle under the 21. It is a gain of 47. And now whistles being blown. Might be an injured player, who knows? It looks like a timeout. Timeout taken by Wichita East. Their final of the half. 10:34 to go, second quarter. We'll take a break. Hayes High leading 7-0, but they are driving. 10:34 to go, second quarter. You're listening to Hayes High football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to Hayes High football. 10:34 to go, second quarter. The Indians leading 7-0. They have the ball at the 21-yard line. At the Blue Aces 21-yard line after the 47-yard rush by Jaron Canick. He's got 127 rushing yards. The last season, the Indians had 2 quarterbacks run for over 200 yards. Canick ran for 202. We got that one on stat. It was 202 against Maize South. There's the give to Malik Baugh. Up the middle. He's at the 15. He's dragged down at the 13-yard line. He gains 8 on the carry. And Malik Baugh has the Indians inside the 15 to bring up a 2nd down and 3. Should be on a 2nd down and 2 at the 13-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, none to the right. Salmon's lined up to the right on the line. At tight end, Baugh to the left of Canick. He gets a snap. It's a fake throw, trying to go for a lob route. Now Canick wants to scramble. He breaks a tackle. He's to the 10, lowering his shoulder. Ball comes out at the end, but he was down. He gets the first down. He's to the 7-yard line. He gains 6. The tackle by number 14, Cohen Richardson, and 21, McHale Richardson. First and goal now down to the 7. First time any team has been in the red zone yet tonight. As Jordan Dalen at quarterback now. They're going to give it to Baugh. He's running to the right. Getting to the outside, and he can't, and a flag is down. It's going to be a holding. And Malik Baugh is down. He got pulled down by the jersey. They brought in Gavin Myers to come block on there, and that's why Jaron was lined up to the right on the line to help block for the outside run. Malik Baugh will have to come out. We'll see who the running back is. He is the backup with Roy Maroney out this week. And the penalty, obviously a holding, as it'll send Hayes High back to the 19. Their 5th penalty now on offense. And Hayes High will burn their first time out of the half to try and hopefully get Malik Baugh back after the injury. 9:26 to go, second quarter. Hayes High leading the Wichita East Blue Aces 7-0. Welcome back to Lewis Field as the sun comes out a little bit here in a partly cloudy type night. Week 1 football, it is really a nice night, as if you would have came to Lewis Field last night for the Fort Hays game, it was a pretty night, even though they said there would be storms. There weren't any. Ball to the 19 right hash. Kanik, it's going to be a quick pass to Kyrie Stroh, and he gets to the 15 to the 10, and he's dragged down in another penalty. This one could be blocking in the back. And it's going to be a holding on Jordan Dale. So not only are the Indians getting themselves farther away from the end zone, but they're getting themselves out of field goal range for Jack Fields, who was 0 of 3 last year, but he has changed. This penalty will move him back to the 28-yard line. So they got it all the way down to the 7, and now back-to-back penalties brings up 1st and goal from the 28. They have already 6 penalties here in the first half on offense. Receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Kanik has Baugh to his left. He is back in. Kanik to throw it. He's going to throw it to Malik Baugh to the backfield, and he drops the pass. And they're going to call it incomplete. The Blue Aces wanted a fumble to see if it was a backwards pass, but it was not an incompletion. And Jaron, 2 of 6 now on the night. 2 drops, though, in there as well. And now Malik Baugh is out there as he is hurting. Looks like he might be cramping up as he just fell down. 9:15 to go, second quarter. Hayes High leading Wichita East 7-0. This team last year, this defense last year, they gave up 106 points throughout the whole year. Dominant. And 66 of them came in 2 losses. They lost 2 games last season. 44 of it came last season. And Northwest and Junction, no, it was 66, yeah. 49 versus Junction City, 17 versus Northwest. And now Jordan Dalen at quarterback with Kanik to his left, so I guess he'll be the backup running back. And it's going to be Jordan Dalen, a keeper, makes a move at the 25, angling towards the middle of the field, and he's down to the 20-yard line. Gets about 8 yards on the carry, so Jordan's first carry of the season. He played quarterback a lot of last year after Dylan Dreiling went down, or Roy Maroney went down, and Dylan went to running back. Jordan last season rushed for 477 yards and 7 touchdowns. And getting the carry right there. Also threw for 3 touchdowns. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ball at the 20. Jordan going to throw it here. Looking to his right. He's got Kanek on the backfield, and he dropped the pass. He had an easy touchdown. It was a wheel route, and he would have walked in. It was at the 10. There was nobody on that side of the field, but right out of the hands of Jaron Kanek. So ball on the right hash of the 20-yard line, and they're not going to trust Jack Fields is kicking from this far out. And they're going to leave the offense onto the field. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Salmon's lined up in the line at tight end. Jordan Dale with an empty backfield here. He'll get the snap. He's going to throw it. Blitz coming. He lobs it up towards the end zone for Kiefer, and this pass is intercepted in the end zone. No, he dropped it in the end zone. Trevon Manuel Atkinson was camped under that football, and he dropped it in the end zone. But there is a flag down. It's a false start. And they declined it. So the Blue Aces will take over the 20. Nonetheless, if Atkinson intercepts that, he was falling backwards anyway. He would have had no way of running it out of the end zone. They would have gotten at the 20 anyway. So Jordan's first 2 passes of the season are incompletions. And the Blue Aces will start with the football at their own 20-yard line. So the Indians got the ball all the way down to the 7, but penalties killed them on that drive. And 8:26 to go here in the first half. And Deontay Mitchell will take it, he'll hand it off up the middle, and they lose a yard. Giving up the middle to Josh Klein.
Tackle by number 52, Carson Spray. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Did not gain a yard. They're going to mark him at the 19. He did lose a yard. Second down and 11 at the 19-yard line. So 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Klein only 2 carries in this one. Mitchell with 5. They've only ran it a few times. They've thrown it as much as they've ran it. Mitchell wanting to throw it. He throws it to his left side, and it's incomplete. He overshoots his man in Marcus White. And now Connor Dreiling on the far side is cramping up. So some early cramps from the Indians, and we're going to have an injury timeout here as he is getting taken care of on the far sideline right in front of the Indians bench. At the 30. Third down and 11 on the left hash at the 19, but as they look at Connor Dreiling, we will stand aside and take a break. 7:44 to go, second quarter. Hayes High leads the Wichita East Blue Aces 7-0. Welcome back to Hayes High football. 7:44 to go, second quarter, as Connor Dreiling gets taken out for a play or two. Who knows? As J.W. Perry is his replacement. 4 receivers, bunch chip to the right, 1 to the left. Mitchell in the backfield by himself. They're going to bring a 4-man rush. It is a quick out route to the receiver, breaking a tackle. He's dragged down to the 19-yard line. He gets maybe a yard. They'll mark him at the 20. It was J.T. Robinson. L.T. Robinson, and Ty Adams on the tackle. He gains a yard, and it will bring up 4th down. Jaron Kanek back deep to return the punt. As Deshaun Davis back on punt formation. They have 244, so we don't know which one Deshaun Davis is, but he is listed as a D lineman, and the D lineman that is in is not the punter. Let's put it that way. The D lineman that played earlier. As East scrambling some subs on, and that's going to be, there's nothing on the play clock. I was wondering if they were going to call the delay a game, and they do. You could see the frustration on the Wichita East sideline. A 5-yard penalty on the delay of game puts it back to the 15. Head coach Ian Akpin not happy with that one. He has really turned this program around, though. They're 15-12 since he got here. They've gotten better every single season. Punting from his own 2. It's a high snap. He gets it off, and it is a short one. No chance of return. It will go to take a good Blue Aces bounce. It will stop at around the 40-yard line. So it is a short 25-yard punt for the punter of the unknown name. Hayes High will start at the Blue Ace 40. And it's looking like it'll be Jordan Dale at quarterback, with Jaron being the running back. It also brings in wideout Trent Summers, as he looks like the replacement for Malik Ba, who came out with cramps. Connor Drawling on the defense came out with cramps. Here is Dale, and he has a fumble on the handoff. Kanik got it back. Oh, a misjudgment on the give by Dale to Kanik, as he couldn't get a grip on it. He loses 2 back to the 42. Kanik was able to land on the football after the miscue. And now in that pistol formation again, it is going to be a give to Kanik, running into a Blue Ace. There was nothing there. It was Adam Stoltz on the tackle, the 5'11", sophomore, 195. And he loses 3 back to the 45. So after getting great field position, it has not turned out well, as they're already going to set up with a 3rd down and 15 from the 45-yard line. In Blue Ace territory, but they love something here. Here's Jordan Dale, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. It's going to be a play-action pass play. He throws it across the middle, and he overshoots Kyrie Scrowan. It's an incompletion.
Pass is incomplete, intended for number 3, Kyrie Scrowan.
A little seam route across the middle of the field. He was at around the 30-yard line, right around the first down marker. But an incompletion. Jordan Dale now 0 for 3. And the Indians will have to punt, and they'll bring out Carson Kiefer. Ball is on the field here to block, as they really need him to get out there. Ever since he came out, the offense has not been the same. He came out on the last drive, and, well, they've had really only backwards plays since then, except one Jordan Dale 8-yard run. And whistles are getting blown, and Hayes High will use their 2nd timeout of the night. 5:23 to go, 2nd quarter. Hayes High leading the Wichita East Blue Aces 7-0. Welcome back to Hayes High football. 5:23 to go here in the 2nd quarter, and Carson Kiefer is back to punt. He will go to the right, and he kicks a good one. Can it bounce inside the 10? It is Groen who saves it, and they're going to call it a touchback. Groen had his foot on the line when he tried to save it and push it out of the end zone. So it will end up being a 25-yard punt for Carson Kiefer. 2 punts that have not gone over 30.
1st and 10 Blue Aces.
And Wichita East will start at their own 20-yard line. So now they're going to bring in 2 running backs, as it is Ravel Leak, who has seen some action at receiver. Low snap, they give it to Leak, running to the outside, and he is brought down immediately by Gavin Myers, and he loses a few. They'll mark him at the 18-yard line. He loses a pair. So Ravel Leak loses 2 on his first carry of the ball game. Second down and 12 from the 18. Gavin Myers, a guy who has gotten a lot of Division I offers as well. Some big names like Washington State, Colorado, Kansas State. Still has yet to make a decision on where he wants to go to school. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Wichita East. Deontay Mitchell in the shotgun. It's going to be a give up the middle, and it's going nowhere. This run defense was great a year ago, and it's looking really good again as they stare down the running back, trying to get a number on the running back. He is shaken up. I believe that's Josh Klein. It's a loss of 2 back to the 16. That was not Josh Klein. That was number 8, Devontae Standifer, who has listed as a running back on here, has played mostly receiver. He's got 2 receptions so far on the game. And he loses a pair on that last run. So, third down and 14, and another Blue Ace penalty. There's been a lot of penalties in this ball game so far. That's a delay of game. Moves them back to the 11. Well, I tell you what, if Hayes High can get a big stop here, maybe even a loss, be tough punting out of your end zone for a second time, especially after the last 2 punts. The last punt was kind of a shank job from the punter, Deshaun Davis. In the shotgun, Deontay Mitchell. He's got Klein to his left, and he's just going to run it to his right. He's at the 10 now. He looked like he wanted to throw it. He makes a move at the 20, and he's brought down close to the 1st, but just short. He made a good run on that play, though. On the quarterback keeper up to the 27. He gains 16 yards. And now decision time for Wichita East. They might want to go for it here. And it looks like they are. Ball at their own 27 on the right hash. They do not have their punter out there. They're going to the shotgun set. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's a 4th down and 3. They need to get to the 30-yard line on the right hash. Josh Klein is lined up to the right of Mitchell. And maybe trying to catch Hayes High offside, and that is what they'll do. And they have another delay of game penalty. I don't think that's what they were doing. As you can see the frustration on the coaching staff on the sideline, I thought they were just trying to catch him offside. Who knows, call a timeout, but they have none. So obviously that was not what they were doing. As another delay of game, and they're pretty much forced to punt. That's the 2nd delay of game of the drive and the 3rd delay of game in a row. And there's another penalty marker here on the near side. I believe a sideline warning. Obviously no ref mic here in high school, so you just kind of have to go off what kind of hand motion they do, which could mean a lot. You never know exactly what they called, and they did call a sideline warning right there. And the punter, Deshaun Davis, low snap. He gets it off. It is a end-over-end punt. Canick will take it off a bounce. He muffs it at the 40. He picks it up. He runs to the 40, 45, 50, angling towards the Indian sideline, struck a defender, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And Hayes High will take over in Blue Ace territory again for the 2nd time. First down, Hayes High from the Blue Ace 45-yard line. So Hayes High 0 for 1 so far in the red zone. what do we have here? As they're just looking on the sideline to get the play calls. It took them a little while. 8 on the play clock here. Kanek empty backfield. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. He'll take the snap. It's a quarterback design keeper. He's to the 45. He's running. Gets to the 40. 35, angling to the far sideline where he's ankle tackled and pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 14. And Jaron already having a good day on the ground. 142 yards, 12 rushes. And they're making some substitutions. Malik Baugh is back in there. 2:24 to go here, second quarter. I would love a score before the half, as they have shut out Wichita East so far tonight. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Kanek. It's going to be another screen pass for Groen. It's Cotty. Tries to make a move and make a man miss. He gets 2 to the 29. Good to see a completion, though. Hazai has used 2 quarterbacks so far. 2-yard reception to Kyrese Groen. And it will bring up a 2nd down and 8 at the 29. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Here is Kanek. He's going to keep it on the option up to the 25. He's getting pushed, and they're going to blow it dead right there. Gain of 4 to the 25.
George Rogers with the tackle on Kanek.
Few guys in on the tackle. Under 2 minutes now here in the quarter. The clock stopped. Now it's going. 1 minute and a half to go. Hazai would love some points. Up 7-0 on Wichita East. Ball at the 25. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. It's going to be a play action. He throws it for Kiefer, and it's out of reach. Kanek was rolling out to his left. Trying to throw to Carson Kiefer in stride. Kanek showing some frustration after that one, as he is now 3 of 8 with 9 yards. So, 1:14 now to go, second quarter. And it's a 4th down and 4, and the Indians are leaving the offense on the field. It would be about a 42-yard field goal. And now the Indians will burn their final timeout when the clock was not moving. So there still is 1:14. Ball at the 25. Hayes leads Wichita East 7-0. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tri Broadcasting. Welcome back to Lewis Field. 1:14 to go here in the second quarter. Hayes leads Wichita East 7-0 tonight as the clouds start to head down and Friday night lights. Glad to be back for the 2021 season. Ball on the 25 right hash. It is Kanek. It's going to be a play action pass. He throws it to Baugh and he missed him. There's a flag. That was a pretty easy screen route that Kanek missed.
On the play.
Flag is on the play. It's a false start. Penalty will be declined, and it will go to Wichita East. Hayes now 0 of 2 on 4th downs tonight. And now the Blue Aces will start at the 25-yard line. They have not been able to do anything on this offense of Hayes High. In the first quarter, they had a little bit of a drive going, but then it got stuffed. with some big-time sacks and penalties killed them as well. They have had 7 offensive penalties tonight. As Deontay Mitchell in the shotgun, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Hayes High is kind of bluffing a blitz. Who knows? And what do we have here? Another delay of game, who knows? Another flag comes out late. I'm not sure what is going on, as the coaching staff for Wichita East went right up to the official and was barking at him. And then the flag got thrown. So the play clock was at 0 again. So it could be a delay of game. There's also a chance they were mad that the play clock operator did not exactly do what they were told, and it is another delay of game. That is the 4th delay of game penalty on Wichita East. I don't know if they don't have play clocks in Wichita, but that's 4 in a row. Excuse me, no, they're going to call that a sportsmanlike conduct. So it is actually in a sportsmanlike conduct a 15-yard penalty. So they're all the way back at their own 10. So that's big time. It must have been on the coaching staff, as they went right up to the official after something happened. I could not tell what it was, and that's what they say. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Here's Mitchell. He wants to throw it. He throws a quick pass, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Ashton White on a little slant route at the 20-yard line. 5 of 9 tonight is Deontay Mitchell. I thought they'd throw for way more than they have, even though 9 passes is still a good amount. They came in really throwing a lot on the film. That was all they did, and their runs were pretty much quarterback runs out of a pass, where the quarterback would scramble. Even looking back at last year's film, that's what it was, but they have ran it way more than we expected tonight. Deontay Mitchell in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. It's going to be a give up the middle, fighting his way, and getting to about the 14. It was Deontay Stanifer on the carry up to the 15. He gains 5 on his second carry of the ball game. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 20. They got to get to the 35 here on their own. Ace High has no timeouts, so you'd wonder they can just try to run the clock down as low as they can. Not give Hayes a chance to score. They're going to low snap. Mitchell wants to throw it. He's getting chased, and he's going to get sacked again. No, he gets out of it. Gets out of an Iden Ballman tackle. Now he's running to his right, and he is going to break a tackle and get pushed out of bounds at the 24-yard line with 8 seconds to go till halftime. Remy Stoll pushed him out. It'll bring up a 4th down and 11. He was able to get 9 on the run. And in comes the punting unit. Pretty much one punt, unless Jaron Kanek has some heroics as the punt returner. If he could take one back to the house. Not been good today for Wichita East, though. I'll tell you that much here. They have just been on this side of the field pretty much all night. Whistles, and what do we have? Another delay of game penalty.
Delay of game against the Blue Aces.
So Wichita East has their 9th penalty of the half on offense. They have 2 on defense as well. 2 offsides in the first drive for Wichita East. They have not had a defensive penalty yet. But offensively, they have had 4 of the last 5 penalties have been delay of games. Hayes High going for a block here. It's a high punt. Kanek will take it at the 49, trying to make a man miss. He does. He's at the 40. It's a man block at the 30, the 25, 20, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 17. And that is going to be the end of the first half. So Kanek tried to make something out of that, and there is a player hurt for Wichita East at the 45. But that will take us to halftime here at Lewis Field. Halftime stats and more coming up in a little bit as Hayes High leads it 7-0 at the break. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to halftime here at Lewis Field as Hayes Indians lead the Wichita East Blue Aces 7-0. We'll give you a little stats update here as, well, the defense dominated on both sides of the ball, but really for Hayes as they held the pass predominantly strong offense of Wichita East to 35 pass yards and 17 rushing yards, 52 total yards in that first half. Hayes High, 160 rushing yards, 9 pass yards, 169 total yards in the first half for Hayes. Turnovers, Hayes High had 1 interception, no fumbles, 2 turnovers on downs, 3 total. Wichita East did not have any turnovers, so they had 0 penalties. Really, the penalties were the surprise of this game so far. There's been 17 total penalties here in the first half. 6 for Hayes High, 11 for Wichita East. 6 penalties for 44 for Hayes High. 11 penalties, 79 yards for Wichita East. We'll get you some player stats here as, well, defensively, we'll just give this stat out. For Aiden Ballman, first varsity start, has 2 sacks. Had a big day tonight. Deontay Mitchell on the rushing side for Wichita East. He has 7 rushes for 14 yards. Josh Klein, 2 rushes for 2 yards. Ravel Leak, a rush for -2 yards. And Devontae Standiffer with 2 rushes for 3 yards. Deontay Mitchell was expected to be a little better than this so far tonight here in this first half. He is 5 of 9 with 35 yards passing. And then, well, the unknown name, we don't have a number on him, or he's number 88, but did not have a name on the roster. So the unknown, he threw a pick. So I guess they did throw an interception in the first half. Sorry about that one. But so 1 interception. Remy Stoll got the pick on that one. He's 0 of 1. Receiving-wise, Sequoia Patterson, 2 receptions for 22 yards. And Devontae Standiffer, 2 receptions for 12 yards. And LT Robinson has a reception for 1. So really not much going for that offense. And then for Hayes High, well, they offensively, Jaron is having a good night. Not quite as good as, what might have happened to Mason, but he's on track to even beat it. Who knows? 13 rushes for 146 for him. Jordan Dale, 1 rush for 8 yards. Malik Baugh has 3 attempts with 6 yards as well to total up 160. Jaron Kanik, though, passing-wise has not been quite as good. 3 of 9 with 9 yards passing with an interception. Jordan Dale came in for a few snaps there at quarterback on one of the drives with 0 for 3. Receiving, Kyrie Scrowan has 2 receiving yards on 1 reception. Jordan Dale has a reception for -4, and Malik Baugh has a reception for 11. During this halftime update, we will tell you about the Hayes High Athletic Booster Club invites you to become part of an exciting and growing organization. As Athletic Booster Club members, you will support Hayes High Athletics and receive a discount at each regular season game when showing your membership card. Unfortunately, the discount is not available for electronic ticket purchase. Personal family membership is $20. Business memberships also available. Please contact an Athletic Booster Club board member for more details. So yeah, that's been a pretty good opening half of football to open up the 2021 season. The scoring summary so far, it was a opening drive touchdown for Hayes High in 3 plays. Jaron Kanik with 11:11 to go in the first quarter got a touchdown on a 58-yard run to make it 7-0. That's all we have so far tonight on scoring. We'll bring you back second half football coming up after this. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tribe Broadcasting. Little update, or back on the Hayes High Athletic Booster Club. We are very proud of our organization and of the fact that all revenue raised goes back into the athletic programs to help assure a fun and positive experience for Hayes High student athletes. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you during the school year. Football Frenzy, our major fundraiser, is in full swing. Tickets are available online at HayesHighIndians.com or from an Athletic Booster Club board member. Time is still available to get your tickets as the NFL season officially kicks off on September 9th. Our online store for Hayes High merchandise is now open through Phase 2. Deadline to order is September 16th at 10 p.m. Link can be found on the Athletic Booster Club section on the athletics page, as well as on the Hayes High Athletic Booster Club Facebook page. Information throughout the year regarding our activities can be found on the Hayes High Athletic Booster Club Facebook page. Updates, deadlines, and forms can be found throughout the year at HayesHighIndians.com in the Athletic Booster Club section on the athletic page and on the Facebook page for Hayes High Athletic Booster Club. We'll be back here in a little bit. Hayes High leading the Wichita East Blue Aces 7-0. You are listening to Hayes High football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to Lewis Field as the Hayes High Indians lead Wichita East Blue Aces 7-0. A kind of boring first half, but not a very eventful first half, you could say, but a good first half as a lot of punts, but good defense. And Hayes High on their opening drive in 3 plays took it to the house on a Jared Kanek run. That's been the only offense we've seen today as Blue Aces will get the ball to begin the second half. Back to return is Sequoia Patterson and Ravel Leak as Hayes High getting ready to kick it off. Jack Fields. See what the adjustments both teams made here in the second half as Jack Fields will get it all teed up here at the 40-yard line. Indians got a scoring in the first quarter. That was the only scoring, as I said earlier, in this ball game. Fields has it all teed up. Takes a few steps back as his second kickoff of the season. So he gets ready for it. Going from left to right. The kick gets end over end. Pretty good one. It'll be returned at around the 11-yard line by Patterson. He's over the 20. Angling this near side 30, where he's dragged down to the 31. Up to the 31-yard line. So that is where this offense will take it. They have not been able to do much, and they really haven't have been working inside their own territory all night. It has been a rough day for this offense. As we said at halftime, that they had 52 total yards of offense, 17 rushing, 35 passing, and this is an offense that loves to throw it. So for them to not have much of a passing game, it's been a struggle. Here is Deontay Mitchell in the shotgun set here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball is placed at the 27-yard line. It is going to be a handoff at the middle, and it is stuffed. Iden Ballman on the tackle back to around the 24-yard line. It was the give to Stan Differ, who has been kind of the main running back we've seen. They've had a few that have rotated so far in this game. Stan Differ now, they're going to give a loss of 3 on that play to bring up second down and 13 from the 24. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. To the right of, this time it is Josh Klein, to the right of Deontay Mitchell. Is going to be a quarterback keeper. Going to his right, he gets across the 25. He's dragged down at about, I'm going to mark him at the 26 maybe, we'll see. And it will bring up a third down and 11. He gains 2 to the 26.
It's third down.
Third down and 11. Big third down here. The opening third down of the second half. As some confusion on the Hayes High Indian defense as they get it set. Quick pass to the right, and it's incomplete. And Deontay Mitchell not happy with something. I don't think his receiver ran the right route as it's incomplete. And the first third down of the second half is not able to be converted by the Blue Aces. So Jared Kanek will be back to return this punt from what we have been told, the kicker Deshaun Davis. We've seen 244s out there. It's been a weird night with these numbers, and there's a quarterback ran out there we didn't even have as a name, and that punt is a low liner. It's a good one, though. It'll be returned by Kanek at the 36. He takes it across the 40 to the 45, 50, angling towards the Indian sideline where he's ankle tackled there. At the 41-yard line is where they'll mark him. So Hayes High was at great field position all night. Would love anything less to capitalize on a big one right here. That is now, I believe their last 4 drives have started in Blue Ace territory. They just have not been able to capitalize on them. Kanek is going to toss it to Baugh to the right side. He tries to make a move. He gets back, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Hit by number 87, George Rogers. Bring him a second down and 10. As Hayes High going now from our left to right. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit, as this will be a read option keeper from Canick. Angle this near sideline. He's the 30 to the 25, and he's dragged out of bounds, but this one might be coming back as there's penalty markers all the way back. And the penalties were a huge issue in the first half. 17 combined penalties by each team, 6 Hayes High. They were all offensive, and it is a holding call. So take back another good run from Jaron. And we'll see exactly where they mark him. It'll be all the way back at the 48-yard line. So it's a 7-yard penalty for Hayes High to bring up second down and 17.
Second and 17 for the Indians.
As some substitutions being made here by Hayes High, as two receivers left, one to the right. Canick, he's going to throw it on a play action. Now he wants to run it. Nobody was open, and he's going to get taken down at the 44-yard line. He gets 4, the 44, and well, now Hayes High will bring out the punting unit, or will they? Oh, excuse me, it's third down. Third down and 13. This would be 4-down territory, though, if they can get it near the first down marker. Who knows? Obviously, we'll try to play the field position battle. If they can't get a good play here, they're going to go 5 wide, it looks like. Jaron Canick all by himself in the backfield. Canick to throw it. Now it's going to be a quarterback draw play. Trying to get to the sideline. He's the 40. He's the 35, 30, 25. He's got the first down and way more inside the 25. They're going to mark him at the 25-yard line. It is a gain of 19 and a big play right there by Canick.
Gain of 19 yards on the play. That's good.
Up to the 25-yard line. Indians leading 7-0. 8:47 second half, third quarter. As Hayes High is looking to get on the board here again, trying to go up 2 possessions on the Blue Aces. Canick, it's going to be a give to Baugh. Up the middle, fights his way for a couple. Up to the 21, he gets 4. Solid run by Malik Baugh. It's his first career game at the varsity level. Obviously no stats on him. Starting tonight because of the sick Roy Maroney. He'd been out all week. Second down and 6. It's going to be a play action pass. Canick throwing to the end zone, looking, and it's incomplete. And they're looking for a flag. We're going deep for Jordan Dale in the end zone. He was covered up by the cornerback, Mikhail Richardson. It is an incomplete pass. He underthrew him a little bit, but probably not anything to call the penalty. The third incomplete pass in a row thrown by Canick. Looking for Jordan Dale. Big third down here in 3rd and 6. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Canick to throw it. He throws it for Kiefer. It is caught. He is right around the 1st. We'll see where he is, but this is now definitely 4-down territory for the Indians. It is marking him at the 16. It's a gain of 6, and it's a 4th down. Actually, 17-yard line, gain of 5. It'll bring up a 4th down and 2. Here's Canick. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's near the 1st. He's got the 1st. And inside the 15, down about the 12-yard line. So a gain of 5 on the carry by Canick. If he keeps this up, he might be able to break his rushing record that he had at Mays South a year ago. Here's Canick, gives it to Baugh up the middle. He gets hit, breaks a tackle. He's a 10-5 touchdown Indians. Malik Baugh broke out of a tackle and is able to walk into the end zone, and the Indians have the first points here in the second half. A 12-yard run from Malik Baugh with 7:22 to go here in the second half, in the third quarter, and now Jack Fields will go out to attempt the extra point. So Malik Baugh has his first career rushing touchdown, and the Indians are up 13-0. Here comes the extra point. The kick is up, and Fields drills it right down the middle, and it's 14-0 Indians. As 7:22 to go here, third quarter, Hayes High up now on Wichita East, 14-0. A good drive right there by Hayes High, and a much-needed one to open up the second half. As it ends fittingly with a 12-yard run from Malik Baugh. Good to see, though, that offense get moving. Even the passing game, I was set up because of the pass. I mean, you talk about a third down and about 8. If they don't get a 6-yard or 7-yard pass to Carson Kiefer, actually they ruled it a 5-yard pass to Carson Kiefer, that whole drive isn't set up, and they would probably have had to either go for a long 4th down and 8 or 4th down and 7, whatever it was, instead of a 4th down and 2, and they were able to get the 4th down and 2 easily, and then able to run it in on the next play. So Jack Fields has it all teed up at the 40-yard line. 7:22 to go here, third quarter. Good showing tonight here in the opening ball game, as Fields' kick is a pretty good one. End over end. A little short, though, return to the 16-yard line. Up to the 25-30. Is Ravel Leak. He's across the 30. Ball pops out of the end. Who has it? And Hayes High has it. Gavin Myers on the recovery. Ravel Leak fumbled the football at the 31-yard line, and Hayes High will start there. That's a huge turn of events. And all of a sudden, Hayes can go up 3 possessions. So the second turnover of the game now for the Blue Aces. And the Indians will start at the Wichita East 31. Baugh angling to the outside on the handoff. He gets to the 25, to the 20, and he's pushed out of bounds right around the 15-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 17. It's a gain of 14 for Malik. And that's back-to-back rushes of over 10 yards for him. And now we're going to have a timeout, Wichita East, as their defense has been on the field for a long time here in the second half. A great start for the Indians to open up the third quarter. 7:07 to go, third quarter we go. Hayes leads at 14-0. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to Hayes High Football, as the Indians are driving once again. Up by 2 possessions, 14-0. Canick in there at quarterback. He's going to keep it on this time. Going to the right side. He's the 15, 10, 5, lowers his shoulder, reaches, and he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown Indians, as Hayes High has gone up 3 possessions now with 7:01 to go, and in 21 seconds they're able to get 2 scores. A big time run right there from 17 out by Jaron Kanik, who's now at 191 yards on the night, 17 carries. Have a night, Jaron. And now Jack Fields will attempt the kick. The extra point. Not the greatest of snaps, but a good hold by Jordan Dale, and Fields puts it in anyway. 21-0. That's 3 extra points right down the middle by Jack Fields. And with 7:01 to go here in the third quarter, the Indians have now taken a commanding 21-0 lead. Kanik's second touchdown of the ball game. He had 3 rushing touchdowns coming into the ball game. Now he's got 5 on his, or 3 last season, 5 now, as in a career for Jaron. That is his 7th rushing touchdown. So 7:01 to go now, as, well, the fumble on the kickoff last time. Maybe the Indians could force another one. Who knows? All rushing touchdowns for Hayes High. We knew they were going to be a ground-type team this year because, obviously, with the quarterback situation and Jaron, a running guy, a receiver his first 3 years, played quarterback only once. You knew they were going to be a running-type team, but they have really ran the ball well tonight. There's a good kick by Fields. It'll be returned at the 10-yard line by Ravel Leak again. Excuse me, no, not Ravel Leak. It's taken out, making a man miss at the 30, up to the 32, 33-yard line. It was Sequoia Patterson on that return. And there is a flag down on the other side of the field. And it is a holding. So back goes Wichita East again. They are now in double digits for offensive penalties. Back to the, where are they going to mark it here? 19-yard line. That's actually a 13-yard penalty instead of a 10 because they had the ball at the 32. So now this offense, who has been in Hayes High territory really all night, tries to do something with Deontay Mitchell over at quarterback and 5 wide. They're going to have to throw it. I mean, they are a throwing team. They throw a quick out to Patterson. It's caught at the 20. Makes a man miss at the 25. Running across the 30. And then a late hit maybe, as there's a penalty marker right at the end where Patterson got tackled. He's down to the 33. It's a 14-yard reception on the short pass from Mitchell to Patterson. We'll try and get the penalty. It's going to be a face mask. So the face mask will now be Wichita East all the way up to the 48. So it's a 15-yard penalty after the play, and Hayes High's first defensive penalty. Here is a quick pass out by Mitchell to Patterson. Again, he's wrangling on the far side. He's the 40, and he stumbles at the 38-yard line. And it is a gain of 14. As you can see, the Blue Aces trying to hurry it up here. Another quick pass to Patterson, who's got 4 receptions now on the day. And back-to-back receptions. He's got 50 yards receiving as well. Here is Deontay Mitchell. He's got 5 wide again. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. It's another screen pass for Patterson. He's going to really go nowhere. Ball comes out again, and Dalton Dale lands on it. Right at the end, Patterson took a shot, and Dalton Dale lands on it at the 43, and there's an injured Blue Ace, and that is, I think that's Sequoia Patterson. He took a shot. And Trying to figure out who the injured player is. We believe it is Sokoy Patterson as of now on that reception and the fumble. We'll be back after this with an injury update, or as we will try to get an injury update. 6:15 to go, third quarter. Hayes High leads the Blue Aces 21-0. Welcome back to Lewis Field. It was not Sokoy Patterson or who we thought. He was the one who got lit up by Remy Stoll, and then Dalton Dale landed on the ball at the 43. So second turnover of the half, third in the ball game now for the Blue Aces. And so Hayes High will start at the 43. The injury was Devontae Standiffer, who played pretty much running back and receiver all day. He's kind of been a big piece to that offense. That hasn't done much. Two receivers left, one to the right. Here's Kanik. He gives it to Ba, running to his right, and it's going nowhere. They are all over that. Loss of one on the run. Back to the 42. One name we have not mentioned a ton of today is the K-State commit Toby Osunsanmi. Not much action from him, as he has been, just one of the linebackers on this team. Has just not been much of a factor. There's a give to Ba, and on cue, he makes the tackle right there. But after a solid gain to the 46-yard line, it's a gain of 5. Ba has looked way better already here in the second half. Only had 3 carries for 6 yards in the first half, and now here in the second has had 6 for 34 yards. Here's Kanik. It's going to be a read option. He's going to keep it. He's got room. He's in the 50. Stiff arms a man at the 40. Trying to make a move. 30. Stays in bounds. Cuts it back. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Indians. Jaron Kanik from 54 yards out runs it for a touchdown. And Hayes High is in business right now. They're up 27-0. It looked like at around the 25 he was going to kind of tiptoe out of bounds, but he kept his balance and cut it back towards the middle of the field and got himself a touchdown, his third of the night. Here is Fields for the extra point. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is money. He's 4 for 4 now. So Jack Fields now 4 for 4 on extra points, and the Indians are up 28-0. Jaron Kanik has rushed for 245 yards tonight, breaking the last season's record of Jaron Kanik, who had his own, of 202 at May South. Jordan Dale, a 224 out at Great Bend. It's only the third quarter. He's already broken the record with 245 rushing yards. Alex Delton has the record. Not sure what it is, but I know it's not over 250. So if he gets it over 250, then Jaron is a hold of the rushing record for Hayes High. Jack Fields has it all teed up at the 40-yard line. It has been 3 scores here in the second half for the Indians, and Fields has it all teed up, and the kick is a low squib, and it is muffed. Coming in was Remy Stoll, and now a flag, late flag. They're going to call a penalty on Remy. I don't think you could call. Remy was diving for the ball, and he hit the guy who landed on it. I think they're going to call a penalty on Remy Stoll.
Personal foul against the Indians, targeting.
They're going to call a targeting on Remy Stoll. Interesting call. They had it at the 36 or 31 is where they landed on it. So I believe it's a 15-yard penalty. And they will start at the 46 instead. That's an interesting call right there. I don't necessarily agree because it kind of was like he was diving for the ball because it was loose. The guy or the man who returned it muffed it, and Remy was trying to land on it, but they call the targeting on him, and here's Mitchell throwing. He's got a man open. It's Sequoia Patterson. He breaks the tackle with a 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, and he is going to get a taunting penalty as he pointed at Wyatt Crane running down the sideline. It's a touchdown for Wichita East. That's honestly, I don't know what to say about that one. You're down 28-0, and you're going to give a peace sign to Wyatt Crane running down the field. He burned Connor Dreiling. It's a 54-yard touchdown. As the referees meeting up. Obviously, it's going to be a taunting penalty. Deontay Mitchell.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
An unsportsmanlike conduct, so the touchdown, they're going to say the touchdown does not count. They're going to say the touchdown does not count. That is huge. He taunted and did not get a touchdown. So Sequoia Patterson taunted at Wyatt Crane, gave the peace sign running into the end zone, and they don't get the touchdown. It's still a gain of 36, and it puts Wichita East in Hayes High territory for the first time here in the second half. First time since the first quarter they've been in Hayes High territory. And now another delay of game, unless there's a timeout. And it's a delay of game, so they get another delay of game penalty. So that 36-yard pass to Sequoia Patterson, the longest, biggest play of the game for the Blue Aces tonight. And now they're going to go 5 wide of the bunch set over to the right with 4 receivers. Here is Deontay Mitchell. He wants to throw it. Now he's going to scramble. He's going to make a man miss. He's trying to angle towards the sideline. He's at the 10, breaks a tackle at the 5. Gavin Myers tackles him, but there's a marker back of the line of scrimmage. This one's going to come back. And they already said holding on the Blue Aces. That's huge again. They are just killing themselves. It's the 12th offensive penalty they've had. 14th of the ball game. Move all the way back now to the 32, so it's a 9-yard penalty on the hold. Ball back to the 32-yard line. 4 receivers, bunch up to the right, 1 to the left. Deontay Mitchell in the shotgun, 5 wide. Going to throw it on a little slant route to Patterson. It is caught, and he is dragged down. Working on Connor Dreiling by Gavin Myers at the 17-yard line.
Gavin Myers with the tackle for the Indians.
It is a gain of 15. And now 114 passing yards for Deontay Mitchell. And 101 receiving yards for Sequoia Patterson on 7 receptions. He's been the main target. We knew coming in he would be. the 5'7", 170-pound senior. There's a quick out route, this time to L.T. Robinson, angling for the sideline. He's the 10-5. He's got the first down. Going to that far side. It was another screen route. He's down to the 4. He's got a 13-yard gain. The farthest they've been in Hayes High territory.
First and goal to go for the Blue Aces.
And we'll see what they do here as they bring in Josh Klein and Ravel Leak. Deontay Mitchell in the shotgun. He hands it off up the middle, and he is stuffed. They gave it to Klein. He has not been able to do much tonight. Everything has been getting stuffed up the middle. Do they give him a yard? They do not. He doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. His first carry of the second half. They've only ran the ball 3 times here in the second half. Ball is at the 4. We talked about Sequoia Patterson. 33 receptions, 433 yards, 7 touchdowns a year ago. Already has 7 for 101 tonight. There's a low snap. They hand it up the middle, and it is stuffed. It is Gavin Nutting and Evan Lind on the hit. They get to Ravel Leak on the 3rd down and goal. Down to the 4, or down back to the 6. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 6. So he loses 2 on the give. Ravel Leak in negative 4 rushing yards and 2 carries. As no timeout was called, but the East coach got all his players into a huddle over near the sideline. And now with 1 on the play clock, they will burn a timeout before the play was dead. So 2.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. We have had a good 3rd quarter. Lots of offense from Hayes, but the Blue Aces are inside the Indians' 10. In Hayes High up 28-0. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to Hayes High Football as 2.5 minutes to go till the end of the 3rd quarter, as it's a 3rd down and goal from the 6. High snap, Mitchell, he's going to keep it, running to the right, trying to angle towards the end zone. He is lit up by Remy Stoll at the 2-yard line. What a hit. He forced the fumble earlier on Sequoia Patterson. It's a 4-yard gain, and he saves a touchdown. And, well, it's looking like, obviously, the Blue Aces, with 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd, they got to go for it. And that's what they're doing, 4th and goal from the 2. It's the first time they've gone for it on 4th. They've attempted or looked like they were twice and then got penalties, and they couldn't. So it's 5 on the play clock, and they're rushing guys on late, and they have to burn their final time out of the half. My goodness. More confusion on the Blue Aces sideline. Trying to sub in a guy late. There was already 4 on the play clock. You can't have another penalty on a 4th down, or trying to get a 4th down. We'll stay right here. Minute 46 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Blue Aces are out of timeouts, like I just mentioned. What an odd sequence. And it all started, Sequoia Patterson got a 36-yard reception. It was a 36. It was a 54 at the time. He taunted before he got in the end zone, and I thought initially that if you taunt, it's on the kickoff or the extra point, and the defense gets to choose which one. Well, they just moved the ball back, and then PA announcer Dan Baldwin told me, or said that no touchdown. So still 28-0, and 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left here, ball at the 2-yard line. Deontay Mitchell with the snap. He's going to run a play action pass play, throw to the end zone, and it's dropped. The pass was behind Ashton White on a little slant route, and the Indians will take over at their own 2. That was open. The slant route was open, but he threw it behind White, and it's incomplete, and the Indians will take over. A turnover on downs. The 3rd turnover now for the Blue Aces. Excuse me, the 4th turnover for the Blue Aces. But the Indians are not in an easy spot at their own 2. Having to go 98 yards for a touchdown. Kanik, he's going to throw it. He's going to lob one up for Dale. He's got it in stride. 30, 35, 40, 50. Nobody to beat. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Indians. A 98-yard touchdown throw and run catch by Jaron Kanik to Jordan Dale. 98 yards. Wow. On the first play, they run just a streak route for Dale, and Kanik throws a perfect dot, and Dale in stride had nobody to beat with no safeties over the top. It's a 98-yard touchdown, and the Indians are in business now. They've gone up 34-0 on the Wichita East Blue Aces. And Jack Fields will look to kick this one up. He is already 4 for 4 tonight. Low snap, the hold is good, the kick is up, and he got it. 5 for 5, Jack Fields tonight. He was really solid last year on extra points. 16 for 21. He started out this year really hot. 5 of 5. 1:28 to go. 3rd quarter, the Indians are on cruise control tonight. They're up 35-0 on the Kanik to Dale pass and catch. So, I mean, what a game the Indians are playing. You know, we know nobody really knew what to expect from this team. Obviously, a lot of new faces. They graduated a lot. A great senior class a year ago, and a great defense. Nobody knew what the defense would be. A lot of new faces on that, and they've looked amazing. Throwing a shutout right now. And then you got the offense with Jaron at quarterback. Nobody knows what you might get out of that, and it has been just fantastic. 35-0 on opening week, and this was expected to be kind of a good matchup. I mean, the East might have been favored in this one. Who knows? Wichita East coming off in a great season, a quarterfinal, 7-2 last year. Now, I know they lost a lot of guys, but had their quarterback back, had one of their best receivers back. I mean, they had an offense that fits them, a throwing offense with a new secondary for the Indians, and it is a blowout here at Lewis Field. 35-0. Fields has it all teed up. And the kick is a low one, and we're going to have a penalty marker. I think Hayes High went off sides. The near side official threw the flag. Not quite sure what it is. Well, Jaron has thrown over 100 yards now, the first time in his career. He threw for 91 at Mays South a year ago. It was an offside penalty on Hayes High on the kickoff. I mean, he had 14 yards, was 4 for 11 coming into that last pass with 14 yards, and now he is 5 for 12 with 112. Kick, it is going to be kind of a short one. Trying to play the onside. Ball is loose, but it is picked up by number 11, Josh Klein, at the 40, and he's out of bounds there. So 1:28 to go here, 3rd quarter, as Hayes High is putting it on the Blue Aces right now. Their offenses look really good. And going from right to left here is Wichita East for another drive. They got really their chance to get back in this ball game. I mean, a huge swing in 2 plays. Hayes High gets a 4th down stop on a dropped pass in the end zone by Ashton White, and then they go the distance for a 98-yard touchdown pass, a beauty. And here is Deontay Mitchell in the backfield. He will run it. He makes a nice move with a 40, 45, 50. He has a blocker. He's to the 40, breaks a tackle. He's to the 30, angling towards this near sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5, 1 man to beat. He dives, and he's in. Or no, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Evan Lynn stopped the touchdown. But it's a huge gain of 58 yards on the Deontay Mitchell run. And there is an injured Indian all the way back by the line of scrimmage. And it is Garrett Lyon, linebacker, senior linebacker. As he hops off the field, it looks like it might have just been cramps as he looked better. As ball at the 2-yard line. They use their running game. They have not used it really all night. Well, they used it right there for a big 58-yard gain. And Deontay Mitchell on the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. To his left is Josh Klein. As Mitchell signaling out something, they're going to give it to Klein up the middle. He's fighting. He didn't get it. He got a yard to the 1. This run defense has been very good. It's like Gavin Nutting in on the tackle. Carson Spray as well. Pair of D tackles that have been there. And here is Mitchell in the backfield. He's got Patterson to his left, and he's going to run it in for a touchdown. They go to the right side, just outside the tackle, and Wichita East is on the board. So it is Sequoia Patterson who runs it in from 1 yard out for a touchdown, and the Blue Aces are on the board, and they're going to go for 2 here. Nobody was warming up for field goals, so who knows if they even have a kicker during warm-ups, as here is Deontay Mitchell in the shotgun. He's got Patterson to his left, and that play is blown up. Evan Lind and Grayson Walburn in on the tackle. They do not get the 2-point conversion. And it will be 35-6 with 42 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. As Mitchell runs it in, Patterson ran it in from a yard out. That whole drive was made up on the one play. Deontay Mitchell, they ran it outside. I mean, they ran 2 plays, and they were both runs. They hadn't really ran the ball all night, and they do it right there. And Sequoia Patterson got his first carry of the night for a touchdown. Deshaun Davis will get ready to kick it away for Wichita East. What a ball game, and you got to think, Jared Canick's putting up some type of night. 245 on the ground, 112 in the air with a touchdown. As the Hayes High still in their huddle. What a beautiful night here at Lewis Field to open up the regular season. Not much of a better night you could ask for. There was expected to be storms here tonight and the night before for the Fort Hays game. Didn't get any, and perfect time for football. So setting up the kick, Deshaun Davis. Has it all teed up at the 40-yard line. Kanik and Jordan Dale back to return this one. The kick is a good one. Excuse me, it was Kyrie Scrowan and Jordan Dale. Dale return at the 10. He's up to the 15. Staying behind blockers to the 20. Angling towards the Indian sideline, but he'll be brought down to the 23, and a flag comes in late.
Jordan Dale with the return. Finley Parker on the play.
See what the flag is. It is a face mask. So a 15-yard penalty for the Blue Aces. Their first defensive penalty since the opening drive of the ball game, where they had 2 offside penalties. But they have just racked up a ton of penalties tonight. 15. 3 on defense, 12 on offense. It's been a weird night for them. And then offensively, they haven't done anything, really. Had a drive, had a touchdown get taken off the board. If that doesn't get taken off the board, who knows? They might be right in this game. And it'll be a Kanik keeper up the middle. He fights his way to get to about the 41. It's a 3-yard gain.
A couple of yards on the play.
But as I said, the taunting penalty, who knows? I mean, Wichita East, as Hayes High might just take this one into the 4th quarter, as they do not need to run another play. And it doesn't look like they are going to, as they're going to let the clock wind out 5 seconds now, and they walk over towards the sideline. Well, an eventful 3rd quarter, to say the least. It was 7-0 coming into the quarter. It's 35-6 now. Hayes High puts up 28 points here in the 3rd. And hold up those 4s. Hayes High looking for their first win of the regular season. We'll be back for the 4th quarter action. Hayes High leads the Wichita East Blue Aces 35-6 here at Lewis Field tonight. Listening to Hayes High football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to Hayes High football, as the Indians are dominating this one through 3 quarters, leading 35-6. Well, it was a close game until this 3rd quarter, where Hayes High put up 28 unanswered to begin the 3rd. The Blue Aces did respond with a touchdown right before the end with 42 seconds. It was a 35-6 lead now for the Indians. Here's Kanik. He's going to give it to Bob up the middle, who lowers his shoulder. Gets to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Baugh has been getting a lot of carries here in the 2nd half. That is now his 7th carry of the 2nd half. 3 in the 1st. His first career varsity start. First career varsity game. I don't believe he got in any last year. Here is Kanik. It's going to be an option. Keeper rolling out to throw it. Now he's going to jump pass. He's got Carson Kiefer open at the 49, and now a flag is down right at the end. And it might be an illegal man downfield. It was one of those RPOs. Kanik decided, didn't want to run it, rolled out right, and all the linemen were down the field, and it will be an illegal man downfield. Nice play, though. Carson Kiefer made a catch. A nice catch sliding right at the 49. Would have been enough for a first down, but it is a penalty marking them back to the 39. So a 5-yard penalty. They need to get to the 49. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 here, as some lightning in the southwest from our view. There is a low snap, Kanik, play action pass, throwing it on the run and just out of the outstretched hands of Kiefer. Incomplete pass. And it will bring on the punting unit. They only punted twice, not here in the 2nd half. Back to return will be number 5, Sequoia Patterson.
Carson Kiefer to punt for the Indians. Dropping back to the Blue Aces, number 5, Sequoia Patterson.
And Kiefer will punt it from the high punt, and already flags are down.
Penalty flag on the play.
Dead right away. From their own 39 is where they're punting. I want to see what the call is. They blew it dead right away. Usually that's a false start or something like that, but it could have been offsides. I don't know. The back judge threw the flag, so he was at basically the other 30-yard line when the ball's at the 39 of Hayes, and he was on Wichita East 30-yard line. He threw the flag. I don't know. We can't see the hand signals from here from the white hat. But nonetheless, it's a 5-yard penalty. It doesn't really matter. They say illegal formation. Okay. But Hayes High still punting. Here's Kiefer, and he booms this one. It's a good one, sending Patterson back, taking it off a bounce at the 9, running to the near side at the 15, breaks a tackle, and he's brought down at about the 23, and they're going to call a late hit on Jaron. And he was falling down, and it came in late. That's an iffy call, but it'll be called nonetheless, and we will see how many yards. If it's unsportsmanlike, it's a 15-yard. If it's a late hit, who knows? They're going to call a targeting on Jaron, even though Patterson was falling down, but it'll be a 15-yard penalty. He got a 10-yard return out of the play. Good punt by Kiefer, though, a 51-yarder. The return up to the 23 would have made it a 38-yarder. But they'll start from their own 38 because of the 15-yard penalty. And in the backfield, here is Deontay Mitchell. 10:41 to go, fourth quarter. Still plenty of time, even though they're down 29, 35-60. He keeps it up the middle. He rushes to about the 41, and he gets 3. To bring up a second down and 7. Dalton Dale on the tackle right there.
3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7.
Here's Mitchell. Quick pass over to Patterson here on the near side. Adams gets beat and pushed out of bounds. We're at the 46, so he gets 5. Adams trucked over a guy to get to Patterson, but then couldn't wrap up Patterson as he got around him. Another quick pass to the outside. This one goes for 5.
It's 3rd down.
And it will bring up a 3rd down and short. 3rd down and 2 from the 46-yard line. Ball on the right hash. 3 receivers to the left. 2 receivers bunched up to the right. Over here to the near side. They're going to throw it out, or quick pass to the outside to number 12, who is not on this roster we were given. It is an incomplete pass, and 4th down coming up. But I would imagine they keep the offense on the field here at their own 46. And they are. Wichita East is 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions tonight. All at the 46-yard line. It was just trying to do a little swing pass to number 12. We don't know who he is. Same formation, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here is Mitchell. He wants to keep it. He's going to get the first. Angling ball pops free, but it lands right in a lineman's arm. It was recovered by number 57, Michael Roby. At the 49, he gains 3. And Deontay Mitchell now has 11 carries for 80 yards. Ball at the 49-yard line, still in East territory. 35-6, Indians lead. 10:03 to go, fourth quarter. And in the backfield, Mitchell, he's got Josh Klein to his left. It's going to be a give to Klein. He busted up the field. He's got some room. Stoll hits him hard right at the 40-yard line. Excuse me, that was Revel Leak. And he gets an 11-yard gain to the 40-yard line. It's a first down. And they're into Hayes High territory for the second time here in the second half. They had not been into Hayes High territory since the opening drive, or the second drive of the ball game. And here is Mitchell in the backfield. He's got Leak to his right again, and a flag. And it's a false start.
False start.
The 13th offensive penalty tonight for the Blue Aces, and they have 3 on the defense. Ball will be spotted now at the 45-yard line in Indian territory. With 9.5 minutes to go. Hayes High would just love to get out of here. No harm doing. With a nice 35-6 W or even more. It's going to be a handoff to Leak. He gets to the outside. He's the 40, 35-30. He's tripped up and still going hard. Ball pops free at the end. It's loose. Who's got it? At the 11, Wyatt Crane took a shot. His helmet came off. He's slow to get up. Leak fumbled. He's down at the 11. They're able to land on it, the Blue Aces. So J.W. Perry will come in to replace Wyatt Crane. All the way down to the 11. It's a gain of 34 on the give to Leak. And now they're going to hand it off again. This time to the right side. It's Klein, and he gets blasted by Grayson Walburn.
Josh Klein carries for the Blue Aces.
And whistles. What?
Number 16, Tegan Turnbull.
I believe another flag. Yes, there is. On the far sideline by the 10.
Penalty marker on the play. Illegal participation against the Indians.
12 players on the field for Hayes. So it will be first down. As the Josh Klein run doesn't count. 4 receivers, punch up to the right, 1 to the left. Looking is Mitchell, and he is going to run it inside the 5 to the 3. He gains 3.
Gavin Myers and Connor Dreiling with the tackle. Second down for the
Ball is placed down to the 3. They've already been stuffed inside the 5 once. There's still a first down, though. And a timeout, Indians.
Timeout.
As Tony Crow wants to make some adjustments here. With the ball placed at the 4-yard line with second down and 3. We'll be back right after this. 8:15 to go, fourth quarter. Indians lead the Blue Aces 35-6. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tribe Broadcasting. Back to Hayes High football as the Blue Aces are within their 5-yard line at the 4. Actually, the 3. It's a second down and 1. Here is Deontay Mitchell. He's going to throw a quick pass, and it is blown up. They go 7 yards backwards. They try to throw a little screen pass to L.T. Robinson, and it's a loss of 6 is what they'll call it, back to the 9. So a loss of 6, and now a third down and about, it says on the scoreboard, 7. So back to the 9-yard line. Looks more of like a 3rd down and 8, though, as definitely 4-down territory. Here's Mitchell. He's got a leak to his right. They give it to him, and it is blown up. Loses a yard, loses 2 back to the 11, and Ravel Leak.
The ball carrier.
He's had a pretty good ball game, really the best rusher so far tonight.
Tackle made by number 1, Evan Lind.
Evan Lind and Myers on the tackle. Moves it back to the 11, and, well, I said this earlier, I don't know if they even have a kicker that could kick field goals. Now, they had Deshaun Davis, who's listed as a D lineman on our sheet, that he was been kicking kickoffs and punts, and they're definitely going for it here on a 4th down and about 11 from the 11, maybe 4th down and 10 from the 11. And nearly barely getting the playoff, running in is Mitchell, and he is going to get sacked. Ball pops free at the end. The Blue Aces land on it, but he is sacked for a 5th time tonight. Taken down by multiple Indians. It's a loss of 7 back to the 18-yard line. Excuse me, it's the 4th sack of the ball game. And the Indians will take over with 6:40 to go here in the 4th quarter. So here comes that offense. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And Kanik will hand it off to Ba, who makes a man miss, lowers his shoulder, and he's up to around the 24-yard line. He gains about 6, a solid gain on 1st down.
Cash McCrary and Cohen Richardson with the tackle. Gain of 7 yards on the play. 2nd down and 3.
2nd down and 3, as they're going to give him 7 yards. So that means 50 yards from Malik Ba in his first start. Ball is placed at the 25-yard line. Ba to the left of Kanik. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Low snap. It's dug out by Kanik. He hands it off to Ba. He makes a move. He's still pushing the pile. He's going to have a 1st down with ease up to the 31-yard line. He gains 6.
And off to Malik Ba. 5 yards gain on the play. That's good for the Indians. 1st down.
Another Indians 1st down is really all you want at this point is the clock to keep on ticking. 5:48 to go in the ball game with a commanding lead and nobody getting hurt when you're up 29 in really mop-up time right now. Blue Aces have had their chances, though. They've been in. Remember, they had a taunting penalty, take away touchdown, a quick pass to the right side by Bryce Salmons, and he's really going nowhere. On the quick pass, he gets the 32.
Gain of a yard on the play.
Gains 1.
On the tackle.
So the quick pass to Bryce Salmons goes for a yard. But his first reception of the 2021 season. And ball at the 32, 2nd and 9 on the right hash. Towards the nearest the Indians' sideline. There's a give to Bob, the middle, in that little pistol set that they run. Gets up to about the 37-yard line. Picks up 5.
And Cohen Richardson with the tackle for Wichita East. Gain of 5 yards on the play.
It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Needing to get to about the 41-yard line. Ball's at the 37 as East is making a lot of substitutions. Been a lot of confusion on that sideline as there was right there again. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Ba to the left of Kanik. He's going to throw it. He's going to throw it to Ba out of the backfield. He's got open field up to the 40. He's got a 1st down. Stiff arms a man, 45, 50. Cuts it back, 40, 30, 25, 20, 15. And he's dragged down by a few.
Pass complete to Malik Ba.
By a few Blue Aces. He was tackled by Osun Sanmi, the K-State commit, and Mikhail Richardson at the 11-yard line. It is a gain of 52 yards. It's an easy running back swing route. That works all day. A 52-yard reception. And Jaron Kanek now with 165 passing yards. Making a great move at the 40, stiff-armed a man. Here's Kanek. Play action, lob play for Kiefer in the end zone, and it's intercepted. And, well, it's going to be a pass interference, it looks like, on Carson Kiefer. He shoved off. They threw the flag. It was picked off by Trevon Manuel Atkinson, and it is. It's going to be, they tried a little lob route in the corner. Second pick that Jaron has thrown tonight. Oh, and the Blue Aces, they feel like on their sideline they have some life. Down 29 now, 3:40 to go in the ball game. Look at the ball at the 20-yard line.
A correction in the program, ladies and gentlemen, number 68 is Grayson Wellbrock, who's had a great game tonight. Again, correction, 68 is Grayson Wellbrock.
So the interception is Jaron's second throw to the ball game. He was just looking for a fade route to Carson Kiefer, but obviously he shoved off, and it was pretty obvious that he shoved off. And now here comes the offense of the Blue Aces, as it is Deontay Mitchell here. He'll take the snap. He's going to run to his right, gets to the 20, and he's going to be tackled right at around the 28-yard line is where they're going to mark him. Gain of 8 for Deontay Mitchell, who ran the ball pretty well. He has thrown the ball pretty well, too, and it'd be crazy to think. I mean, obviously Mitchell's probably the better quarterback than Jaron Kanek is in the throwing aspect of things, but Kanek has more passing yards tonight. Obviously, Mitchell's played it way longer than Kanek has, even though he's only a sophomore, started last year as a freshman. They're going to roll out right, throw it. It is caught by Ashton White, who is defended by Ty Adams at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 and a first down.
First down, Blue Aces.
So Ashton White with his first reception of the ball game. They're going to mark him with a 36, actually, so it's a gain of 7. And 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Under 3 minutes now to go in the ball game. Here is Mitchell. He throws to his right, and it's nowhere close. He was looking for LT Robinson. His 20th pass of the game is an incompletion. And now they're going to pull the running back, Josh Klein, and Deontay Mitchell to the sideline. There's been a lot of that. They've gone over to the sideline. I don't know if to get the play call or what, or if Coach Ennie Ackman has just been giving him motivation. Who knows? But he's gone over the sideline a lot tonight. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Josh Klein is to the left of Deontay Mitchell. Ball at 36. Mitchell snaps, takes a 2-step drop back, scrambles, wants to run. He throws it. He's got a man open. It's Ashton White again. He's got it. He's into Hayes High territory of the 45. He was really close to crossing the line of scrimmage right there. I'm surprised he didn't. But it is a nice throw and catch as they mark him down to the 45. It is a gain of 19. So a gain of 19 on the play. And they're going to go right back at it, same formation. Here is Mitchell, going to throw it. 3-man Indian rush. He wants to air it out down the field. He's got a man open, and he overshoots Sequoia Patterson. He was wide open. Now, I believe Hayes has some of the second string D-backs and safeties in the ball game. See, J.W. Perry and Wyatt Waddell, who was in coverage right there. Ball's at the 45. And they send a man in motion, number 12, the no name that we were talking about earlier. Here's Mitchell. He's going to run it to the right. He's got some running room. Makes a man miss, and he's going to get brought down. Where at? Making the tackle is, looks like number 12, Wyatt Waddell, with some help from Ashton Thomas.
Stop by number 13, the Indians, not listed in the program.
And 13, that was said over the PA that he made the tackle. We don't have his number, or his name, excuse me. It's a gain of 2 on the run, bringing up 3rd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Three receivers right, 1 to the left. Mitchell sends a man in motion, and a penalty flag. Another delay of game.
Delay of game against the Blue Aces.
They have now had 6 delay of game penalties tonight. I don't know if there's a record of delay of game penalties, but that's got to be up there. I mean, 6 of them. Doesn't happen too much. Ball back to the 48-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Mitchell with a man to his left. Going to throw it. He wants to air it out on a field. It is underthrown a little bit. Adams in coverage. It was Ty Adams in coverage. They were looking for L.T. Robinson, and the pass is incomplete. 14 for 23 tonight with 152 yards is Deontay Mitchell. With 1:05 to go here in the ball game, as all the students get out of the student section, get ready for the alma mater at the end of the ball game. Hayes High tradition that has gone on for years. 4th down and 13. They're 0 for 2 so far tonight in the 4th downs. Going to try and step up and run it. He's going to throw it. He is way past the line of scrimmage. It's caught and out of bounds. I don't know how that pass wasn't thrown any sooner. He was at the 45-yard line. The ball was placed at the 48, where Deontay Mitchell threw that ball. He hit Marcus White in stride, but doesn't really matter. It's going to be a legal forward pass. And a loss of down, and the Indians will get the football.
Indians take over on downs.
So it will be Hayes High football, and they will line up in the victory formation for the first time in this 2021 season. And Jaron Kanik will pick up his first win as a Hayes High quarterback. Got to feel good for him and this whole team. I mean, played a great game. You can't really say anything about it. As Kanik will take the knee, they will need to run one more play before the ball game is over. A dominating performance from Hayes High, though, tonight. 35-6 will be the final. I mean, who would have thought coming into the year, Wichita East looked like a tough team on their schedule. They were a great team last year, 7-2. Made it all the way to the quarterfinals in 2020, but they lost to Northwest. Played the Northwest's best game, really. As Kanik will take the final knee, and the ball game will be over as the clock winds down. 20 seconds still left, but that will do it tonight here from Lewis Field. Hayes High will move to 1-0 on the young season as they get an opening night win here against Wichita East. They win it 35-6. We'll have post-game stats coming up after this. Your final score again tonight here from Lewis Field. Hayes High wins it 35-6. We'll have post-game coming up next. You're listening to Hayes High Football on Tribe Broadcasting. Welcome back to Lewis Field as the Hayes High Indians knock off the Wichita East Blue Aces 35-6 tonight. Some stats for you tonight as the second half. Hayes High rushes for 157 yards. They also pass for 156, finishing with 313 in the second half. The Wichita East Blue Aces have 112 rushing yards, 117 pass yards, 229 total yards, and finishing off the game, Hayes High rushes for 317, they pass for 165, and they finish with 482. And the Blue Aces, they rush for 129, pass for 152, and total yards 281. Turnovers, the Blue Aces in the second half had 2 fumbles and 2 turnovers on downs. They finished with 5 overall. Hayes High did not have a turnover in the second half. They had 3 throughout the game. There was a penalty-type game tonight. Lots of penalties, 19 total from the Blue Aces for 116 yards, 12 total for the Indians with 106 yards. And then some individual stats. Well, we'll start off with probably our player of the game, Jaron Kanik. 19 rushes for 248 yards. He also threw 7 for 16 with 165 yards. Jordan Dale had a carry for 8 yards. Malik Baugh went 13 carries for 61 yards. Jordan Dale passing went 0 for 3. Kyrie Scrone had a reception for 2. Carson Keefe a reception for 5. Jordan Dale had 2 receptions for 94 yards and a touchdown. Malik Baugh had 2 receptions for 63 yards and also had a rushing touchdown. Kanik with 3 touchdowns tonight, or 4 touchdowns actually, 3 rushing, 1 passing. So Bryce Salmons also had a reception for 1 yard. Deontay Mitchell tonight rushing the ball. He had 15 carries for 86 yards. Josh Klein, 4 receptions for 3. Ravel Leak had 5 receptions for 39 yards. Sequoia Patterson had a reception for, a rushing attempt for 1 yard and a touchdown. And Devontae Standiffer had 3 rushing attempts, no yards. Throwing the ball, they threw the ball a lot tonight. Threw it 24 times. Deontay Mitchell goes 14 for 24 with 152 yards passing. Sequoia Patterson, the leading receiver for the Blue Aces, he had 8 receptions, 106 yards. Ashton White had 2 receptions for 26. Standiffer had 2 receptions for 12, and L.T. Robinson had 3 receptions for 10, and also the no-name quarterback that came in for 1 play, number 88, threw an interception in 1 pass. Thanks for listening tonight here at Lewis Field. Remember, the Indians win tonight 35-6. They play next weekend here at Lewis Field playing Great Bend. I'm Garrett Wellbrock. Thank you for listening, and good night from Lewis Field.